Hey guys, Adrian here for DigitalDojos.com, and today we're going to be taking a look and review of iClapper. I'm going to show you guys how you can control your Mac remotely by simply, doing this essentially. It's clapping, and I'm going to go ahead, that's the reason my webcam is on. I'm going to go ahead and resume the functionality here of iClapper. So, like I said, you can control things like, in this case, music with a simple... I don't know if you guys can hear the music too well because it's playing in the background there. There you go. So it's a little bit of jazz playing in the background. I'm going to go ahead and pause that so I don't get any copyright notices. Or other things like, for example, if I enable a single clap here.
Today is the 16th of July. The current time is 10:46 p.m.
So pretty cool stuff. Pretty, interesting. And it's very kind of... if you're lazy like myself or just want something kind of cool and fun to mess around with, this is a really, really interesting application. So essentially it allows you to control your Mac all remotely via this application. It's completely free. However, there's in-app purchases that you can purchase to get further support for other applications here. So you can find it in the Mac App Store, and then go ahead and we're going to walk through the interface and talk a little bit about it. So you have presets here, which would be the default presets. You can add new ones here. Now you also have the ability to customize those presets. So for example, you can change the command whether you want it to be a single clap, a double clap, or a triple clap, or even further, you can go ahead and add new commands or edit the current commands here. So if I want to add a default command, for example, or add you can see here, this is the simple claps. I can go ahead and adjust that. You can also get more combination of claps, so if it's rapid speed, something of that sort. And from there, you can control the action. Now, by default, you only have a limited number of actions. You can have it say something. You can have it say the date and time. Say something is essentially it will read off if you have text highlighted or something. You had the say current date, say current time, or both. The basic controls of iTunes, that's run and play iTunes, so you can't actually control the ability to pause and things of that nature. Quick time, I should say, which allows you to do play, pause, and play and pause essentially here. And like I said, you can get more actions here if you want to get those all set up here. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and set this to play iTunes here. And then you can turn it active on or off. That essentially means it's currently active. So if I turn this off, when I do a single clap, it will not actually generate that command. Next up, you have the calibration. This is the first process you go through when you're setting up the application. Essentially, it lets you do 5 model claps. And you can kind of set the parameters. So whether or not you want to set it to a lower, basically the minimum restriction means that it's prone to take it more lightly. In the middle ground, obviously, it's a little bit varying, and this also varies on your mic. I have a condenser mic which sits on my desk, so I put it a little bit lower here. But this allows me, no matter if I'm on the far left side of the room at my door, it will detect the clap essentially. Now, if you want a maximum restriction, let's say you have a lot of background noise going on, or maybe like a banging on your desk, which maybe recognized as a clap or something of that matter, then you can kind of adjust that meter. You can also go into the advanced end of this and really, really customize that peak and all of that. And setting up those model claps really help in terms of adjusting the sound waves here. So what I did when I set this up, I did a clap in front of my desk. I did a kind of a weaker clap. I did a clap from across the room, all to kind of give it some varying models of the sound there. So it's a fun way to kind of mess around and calibrate it to your exact environment, essentially. Next up, you have notifications. Basically, you can have it play the sound as you heard there. When it does it, it gives you clap recognition. You can turn that on or off. It's all up to you. Again, if you don't want it to confirm with that sound once you make a clap, then you can turn that off. You can change the input device right here. Right now, I set it for this video to my display audio, which is essentially my cinema display here. And then the action store. So this is where things get really interesting. You can get all-inclusive, meaning everything all packed in one at $5, and that saves you a couple bucks. I'm going to be purchasing this real soon because it's really, really cool. You get extended controls, so you can do rewinding, volume up, volume down, play, pause. You get overall sound control on your Mac. You can take a photo, keynote controls, Awaken commands if you use Awaken. You can even use things like VLC, RDO, a lot of other audio and music applications. Now, this is a little bit gimmicky, obviously. This is just a fun thing to mess around with. I don't use it all the time, obviously, but it is a really, really unique and interesting thing. And I think with all the Action Store add-ons, it'd be something I'd probably use a little bit more. Obviously, it's not ideal if you have a laptop or something and you're going around in public places. But if it's something in a desktop setting or something of that nature, or you have your laptop in a desktop setting, this is a fun thing to mess around with. It's a really fun kind of automation like software. I did a video review on Flutter. You guys might want to check that out. Flutter is a free app that allows you to do this with hand commands with a webcam. Really, really cool. I'll put a link to that on the video. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. I think with the barrier to entry being free, there's not much to, definitely worth trying at least. And if you don't use it so much, then you probably don't need to get the in-app purchases for the extra commands. But if you want to go a step further, it's only a couple of dollars and you're not risking that much. So this is iClapper, a really interesting, fun application, and I'm going to give it the thumbs up approval of a download if you want a fun application on your Mac to control your clapping. Additionally, in the menu bar here, you have the same settings that you can set here, so you can go into the preferences, which I'm in now. You can also tell it to stop or resume, which I really, really like because there's sometimes moments where you probably don't want it recognizing a clap or something for that matter, so you can easily just stop that. Maybe you're in a loud environment, maybe you have people over or whatever, you don't want the clapping to get misconstrued, or you don't want the music playing like on and off, then you can easily just stop it and then resume it later on. So this is iClapper. I'm going to leave a link down to it below, and you guys can check out the full review and posts of more technology content over at DigitalDojos.com. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next video.